In the previous videos, you heard about a real-world scam that happened to Kamar. Then you decided whether Kamar should sell his sneakers to the buyer. In the story, there were several warning signs that Kamar was targeted by an online scam. First, the buyer called Kamar. Though the personal touch of a phone call may seem nice at first, calling directly to ask for money, property, or personal information is often part of an online scam. A legitimate business will never ask you for your personal information over the phone unless you initiate the call. If the caller doesn't want to give a name or doesn't want you to call back, hang up. The buyer also suggested that Kamar leave the trusted auction site to complete the purchase. Trusted sites take steps to protect the users. If you're shopping on a trusted e-commerce site and someone suggests leaving that site to make or receive a payment, beware, they might be trying to scam you. Next, the receipt the buyer sent looked official and included the payment site's logos. However, when Kamar compared the email to the other emails he'd gotten from the same payment site, he noticed it looked different. The text was blurry and the logo colors looked different. If you ever doubt an email is from a legitimate sender, contact the company directly instead of responding to or clicking on the email. The email was also sent from an email address that didn't match the URL of the payment site. Official emails from known companies are usually a name or service at thecompanyname.com, like applieddigitalskills@google.com. Look at the sender email addresses carefully, especially if the email is asking you for money or information. Finally, the buyer stopped responding to Kamar when he asked questions. If someone gets upset or stops communicating when you ask fair questions, it's likely that you caught onto a scam. You can take other steps to identify scams online. For example, confirm that payments are received directly into your account. Kamar checked his account on the payment site to see if the buyer had paid. When he saw that no payment had arrived, he knew it was a scam. Kamar also checked the metadata of the email the buyer sent and saw it was flagged as fraud. Metadata is detailed information about an email's origin and sender. In the end, Kamar decided not to ship the sneakers. He noticed warning signs that made him believe the buyer was running a scam. Now, go back into your document and evaluate your group's decision. Did you make the same choice as Kamar? If you didn't, would you change your decision based on what you've learned? If you did, what warning signs did you see? Which did you miss? Add additional bullet points to your document based on the warning signs and scam prevention tips you learned in this video. Now that you've evaluated your group's decision, move on to wrap up the lesson. Now it's your turn. Evaluate your group's decision and add to your bullet points to identify additional warning signs.